Hey Crippen astronauts, this is Miss Ghuneim. I am your art teacher. I really enjoyed seeing all of your emoji art submissions, and I can't wait to start this week's lesson, but I want to show you some of my favorites from last week. Check these out. Aren't they phenomenal? I was really impressed with the creativity. If you didn't get your artwork featured in this video, keep an eye out for next week's lesson. This week's art lesson is called Crazy Hair Day, and we're going to be using art lines to draw a silly self-portrait. So I want you to think about something. What would you do if you thought it was Crazy Hair Day and you styled your hair all kinds of wacky and colorful, only to find out that when you got to school, it wasn't Crazy Hair Day, that it was actually School Picture Day? What would you do? How would you feel? What would your face look like upon realizing that? That's exactly what happens to Stanley in the book Crazy Hair Day by Barney Salzberg. So in order for this video lesson to not run too long, I've taken the read aloud and put it in a separate video. I do want you, if you have time, to go and watch it, but it's not necessary. Our art lesson this week is inspired by this book, and if you have time and would like to watch the read aloud that I do, please feel free to do that, but it is not required. Let's go ahead and see what supplies we need for our art lesson today. All you need is a sheet of paper. It doesn't have to be blank like this. If you only have lined paper, that's fine. You need something to draw with. It could be a Sharpie or a pen or a pencil, and you need something that has some color. So I have some highlighters right here, and I know some of you don't have your school supplies yet. Hopefully you'll get them soon, but for the sake of showing you that it can be done with anything that colors, I'm just going to use highlighters today.
So it's really important to remember that in art class we will talk about the 7 elements of art all the time. They are line, shape, space, form, value, texture, color.
And the one that we're going to be focusing on today is line. We'll also add some color.
So here in the art room, you know, we have all the different kinds of lines right above the board: straight, curved, bumpy, broken, looping, wavy, zigzag, castle, and spiral. And now there are other different types of lines, but these are the main ones that we'll be working with today. And in elementary, these are the basic ones that we need you to know.
Okay, so here are the art supplies that I said I was going to be using. Again, I've got my Sharpie. You just need something to write with. It doesn't have to be a Sharpie, it could be a pencil or a pen. I've got highlighters, and I've got paper. Now, because I'm using a Sharpie, this is really important for you to know. Sharpies are permanent. That means they don't go away if they get on a surface. I'm using 3 sheets of paper. Really 2 is good enough, but I'm putting 3 just in case, because if the Sharpie bleeds through the paper and gets on the table, it's gonna be really hard for me to get that out. And I don't wanna ruin the furniture, so I wanna make sure that you understand that it's a good idea to stack some sheets if you happen to be using a Sharpie. If you're using a washable marker or a pen or a pencil, it's okay, it's not gonna go through. But Sharpies, we just wanna be extra careful since it's permanent, which means it stays. It doesn't wash off. So here we go. We're gonna start off by making, we're gonna leave a good amount of space at the top because this is where our art line crazy hair is gonna go. We're gonna start off by creating a U shape, and that's gonna be our cheeks and chin. So check this out. Again, it's a large U shape for our face. Okay, then add 2 lines for your neck, and then we're going to draw some shoulders. This is a very simple drawing. So just like in the book Crazy Hair Day, when Stanley shows up to school thinking that it's Crazy Hair Day, but it's actually School Picture Day. So imagine if that happened to you, what your face would look like. Imagine the surprise or the shock. How would your facial features look? how would your eyes look? So we're gonna try to demonstrate that here in our drawing. So we might actually be a little bit nervous, okay? Maybe even upset. And my eyes are gonna be really wide with surprise. At the end of the video, I'll show you different examples of different faces. That way you can get some ideas for different eyes, nose, and mouth. So now I'm gonna speed the video up so you can see me add detail, color, and use art lines for the hair.
Remember, you can pause the video at any time in order to catch up if you feel the need to.
Okay, so here is my crazy hair self-portrait. Notice all the different lines and the colors, and especially the facial expression that kind of matches the storyline. And I'm going to show you a few more examples that I've created just so you can see different facial expressions and different hairstyles as well. These have different eyes, noses, and mouths. You can pause the video at any time if you want to go back and get some ideas. And you can draw your art lines any direction that you want as well. Have fun, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.
Now, don't forget to take a picture of yourself holding your artwork and then upload it to Canvas and click the submit button. I'll see you next week.